As a functional health practitioner or coach, I think you need to be asking yourself if you should be using ChatGPT. Hi, I'm Jenn, the Holistic Health Boss, your functional diagnostic health expert and business mentor, here to give you tips about using ChatGPT authentically, because I bet that you have heard a lot lately about ChatGPT as the latest marketing tool trend. But if you're unfamiliar with it, ChatGPT is a tool driven by AI technology that allows you to have human-like conversations with the chatbot. Many people have been using it lately to help write emails, social media posts, and other forms of marketing or program content. While this might sound super appealing, the question is, should you be using it in the field of work that you're in? If you want to set yourself apart from the other functional health practitioners and stand out in the crowd, then the answer might be no, or that you need to find a way to use it authentically, which I'm going to explain more about here shortly. But first, let's talk about what ChatGPT is. It's a collection of other people's voices. Currently, AI technology mimics commonly shared information from the internet. So, how are you going to stand out in a sea of noise if you're not using your unique voice? Potential clients in the functional health industry are craving personal connection and somebody who can understand them. They've already been sold detoxes or diets in a box that didn't get them the results that they have desired. This is why they start seeking out alternative and personalized approaches that someone like you has to offer them. You have to also consider that the quality of information that ChatGPT is using to generate content, because it is simply mimicking commonly shared information on the internet. That means that this information includes validated and credible sources, as well as invalid and not credible sources. There's nothing that screens out the bad or misinformation. So think of it this way. It's similar to how traditional blood chemistry reference ranges, such as thyroid markers, were established based on a collection of data from sick and healthy people, not necessarily what is optimal. And we know how well that hasn't worked out for people, right? So as a functional health practitioner or coach, I know that you appreciate the importance of credible and valid sources of information related to health. So let's pass along that same appreciation when it comes to content for your business. Now, don't get me wrong here. I am not adverse to advancements in technology. Implementing technology and systems has actually been a foundation that has helped me to build a thriving practice that gives me the time freedom to make health a priority, travel the world, and live my best life. The point of sharing this information with you is to help you decide if, when, and how to best use advancements in technology such as ChatGPT in your business to create the success that you actually desire. So next, I want to give you tips on using ChatGPT authentically so that you can easily create content that actually attracts your ideal clients and you can leverage technology. But here's the thing that we have to start with. Health is one of, if not the most vulnerable topics for someone to engage in, especially when they have been dismissed in the past, like so many of our clients have been by traditional medicine. So rightfully so, they are skeptical when they come across you because of how they've been let down or led astray. Therefore, building trust depends on your ability to create a personal, original, and authentic connection with them. When you show up as yourself and relate to them in a personal way, any walls that they have up will immediately start to come down, leaving an open door for you to really communicate the value that you can bring to them, which attracts them and easily enrolls them. So consider this. Business and marketing research shows that character-driven stories with an emotional aspect result in a better understanding of what someone is trying to communicate over strictly informational content. A study in 2010 found that character-driven stories actually increase the release of oxytocin, an empathy chemical that motivates cooperation, understanding, and ultimately trust. Now, wouldn't you say that those are some really key emotions or factors when trying to convince a potential client that you have a valuable service that can change their life? So here's the key takeaway. Your story is the most powerful marketing tool at your fingertips, and it doesn't cost you a thing. The key to getting more clients is actually sharing your story relentlessly and authentically. When you do, it releases that oxytocin and instantly creates an emotional bridge of trust with the clients that you are trying to reach. Now, I bet most of the people that you have worked with or that you hope to work with feel as if no one is listening to them or understands them. Storytelling shows them that you've actually been in their shoes, or that another client of yours has, and that you get it, and that you know how to get them past it. It actually positions you as the expert. Think of your own health journey or the person who inspired you to do the work if it wasn't you. How did you get there? It was likely because someone else's story inspired you, giving you the pieces of the puzzle to map out a similar path to success. This is also why testimonials are so effective. They show the from to while highlighting you as the expert guide. Your story is also what sets you apart from other functional health professionals. A lot of us have the same clinical training background. So what might make a client maybe choose you over somebody like me? It's your story. How you show up in the world and who you uniquely are as a person is what creates connection with those ideal clients. We can see this truth in all other areas of our life. Think about who you surround yourself with. You have chosen them because you share common interests, values, morals, and experiences in life that helped you build a relationship based on personal connection. For example, I am a busy professional who loves to travel, and the majority of my clients are living the same kind of lifestyle. During discovery calls or coaching sessions, my clients often will comment about my social posts, about traveling or being a busy professional, because it's something that they can relate to, and they aspire to feeling like their best self while living that lifestyle just like I do. So if you're going to use ChatGPT, here's what I suggest. One is make sure that you check the information it provides against valid and credible sources to avoid sharing misinformation that can discredit you. Two, use it as a launching pad to stimulate ideas and then make it unique to you by incorporating your story to truly connect with people and show up authentically. Now, here are 2 tips to help you leverage your story to help to create actual endless content that you can combine with ChatGPT. First tip is to write out your story in great detail. The only rule when writing out your story is to avoid using too much technical industry jargon that you now know as a result of your acquired knowledge and expertise. I want you to focus on using simple and common words to describe your experience as much as possible. This will come in handy later for all of your marketing content. I suggest taking an initial swing at this, then reviewing it and coming back to it as many times as you need to add more details to it. To leverage your story as much as possible, you want to deeply tap into what you were feeling, thinking, and doing or not doing throughout the journey. Go deep, take up as much space and time as you need. Type it, physically write it, or maybe verbally record it to get it out. My next tip is then to dissect and extract content from your story to share on social media, blogs, newsletters, on your website, or any other place that you might come in contact with potential clients. Once you've written out your story in great detail, you can go back to it and pull out little scenes like a movie to elaborate on in more detail, painting the picture of the experience that your ideal client is probably having. This story exercise will give you all the material you need to easily create content, find and enroll those ideal clients of yours. And if you want more guidance to help you leverage your story in combination with ChatGPT, go ahead and check out the link below to my story and purpose worksheet. It'll give you more prompts to explore this. And remember, your ideal clients are craving personalized approaches, not generic information from an algorithm. They've already been down that path and it led them to seeking somebody who was unique like you. This is your time to shine. Share your story and show up authentically to be the brightest star, positioning yourself as the expert in that your ideal clients are actually looking for. All right, I hope you found this incredibly insightful. I will see you in the next video.